There, this had no air on it apparently. We'll tie it down, we'll break the shay off, and while the shay's running over to the next little spot here, we'll get this guy unloaded. So press R and I press transact. And she loved to see it. Making money for the railroad here. Okay. So got that spotted. And now we will go and get these guys loaded up. No, don't double click the switch. Ah, it's fine. Shay is really a torquey beast. You gotta be careful with it. Oh, he says, hitting the cars at quite some speed. It's fine. You should be careful with it. I can do whatever I want, right? Is that how that works? Anyway, tight in the air on these guys. And we'll be sure to dump them and get them all sorted out here. And we're coming into Sawtooth Landing, the spar pole, this guy. Whole crane setup. And we'll bring it in for a nice easy stop here. Okay, that's all set up. And press R, transact, and we'll start getting a little dunk as we get our logs loaded up on the cars here. All right, train's loaded. Let's rock and roll. We gotta go get our caboose and get out of here. And as I said, yeah, we're gonna wanna make sure we do a really, really good air test. Because, not because you are physically required to in game, just because I'm physically worried about my ability to make sure that I've connected all the things properly. And it's a 10% grade, and I'd rather not fling the shay off of a 50-degree curve. All right. Getting it brought over here, and then we'll back onto the caboose. Make sure everything's laced up, got air to the rear, do a little test. We'll do a running test as soon as we head down the hill. And then we'll take the logs down back to the 818C so it can take them to the rest of Ponderosa. The shay's a beautiful, fantastic heavy haul locomotive. Obviously not the speed queen, but the 818C pairs pretty nicely with it. They're a min-maxed kind of set, so. Let's get past the switch here. God, I love those logs. It was a fair amount of work to get everything set up. We wanted to make sure that it all looked right and felt right when you've got loads, and I think they look pretty good. We're pretty happy with that. So the representation of the industries and how they functioned is really an important piece of how the railroad tied into it. So a fair amount of our research team does a lot of work to make sure that the industries are proper too. It's not just the trains that we're trying to get details on here. So, all right, got it all stopped, mostly with the automatic here, get it released, and now we'll bring it back. Hopefully nice and easy. Come on, sweetheart. There we go. And make sure this is all opened up. 6 miles an hour is more than plenty. It's enough to KO this poor wooden caboose. Even through the cushioning of the draft gear. Got that all sorted. Let's see. Let's bring it up to a stop. Okay, air's tight in there. I'm gonna dump it first on the engine and make sure we're getting 0 back here. Okay. And then we'll bring it back up to run, and she recharges. We've got air back here. You love to see it. Okay, so that means that we have continuity in the brake pipe, and it means we're ready to go downhill. I mean, physically, we have all the requirements and the prerequisite. We have the air, we have the load. Mentally, I don't know, and especially if the wind is going to carry my exhaust directly in front of me, really? All right, let's give this thing a go. Brakes tied? Let's listen and see what we can hear. I probably have the brake on the caboose tied, the handbrake. Yes, I do. That's the sound. That is, that's the beauty of having the right sounds and stuff. It was like, oh, feels like something's dragging. Yes, it was the caboose. Okay, now as is tradition on mountain railroad territories, we're going to do our running air test. And normally during a air test, a running air test, you do a set, and the engineer blows a long whistle, and you do a release when the rear of the train is confirmed that they saw the set on the back end, and then you release it and you give them 2 whistles. When you're staring a 10% grade that looks like you're falling off of a cliff in the face, you do not release the air. You just go, okay, good. What I did up here made it back there. We're gonna run with that. So let's go to application. Let's start with about 5 pounds. Give the independent a bail. Sort of stretch braking. Make sure it stays bailed. And we're just trying to sneak over this here. I know I've got the boat anchor on the grade, but I've got a lot of cars with a lot of log weight on them too. Definitely did not take just a 5-pound set somehow. That's fine. Probably hadn't let it recharge properly. There we go. And then by pressing 7, we can hop to the caboose. You hear the brake rigging. You see we got about a 10-pound set. So yeah, I'm setting a little more than I'm used to, but again, I'm not actually used to the 6ET valve in the sim. And now for the fun of it, you can brake from back here as the brakeman here. There's one right here. And goodness, when you dump it, of course, that does the whole thing. But then there's also dumps on either platform, so you can kind of ride it wherever you want. But now we have to recharge the engine because I let the air entirely die, and now it's gonna be a little silly, and it's gonna want to run away on me. So let's stop that from happening, shall we? Take a good set there. Fail the engine. It's not enough. A little more. Okay. We're down like 15 pounds basically. That's a pretty meaty set, but this is a pretty meaty grade. We don't want to spaghettify the poor running gear of the Shay. It's not gonna like going much faster than its actual top speed here. A little bit more air. You could also not bail the independent, but I'd like to try and keep it stretched if I can. Now let's work a little independent in. Don't go to quick app though. Just a little slow app. Just a little bit. There we go. Squeeze a good 15, 20 pounds on. You recover your speed a little bit. Yeah, this hillside does not mess around. And that's a heavy train behind us. This thing is awesome. Okay, we're gonna want a little more air. We might have gotten too much now that the grade's changed. Do I dare reset it? Okay, let's show the engine hold thing. Go to engine holds. You leave the engine set up a fair bit. This isn't great with passengers, but if you have a little something on the engine, it means that you're not entirely toast, and then you can let the train recharge. You hear the pump go, and we could go for another set. And we've reset it, although we need more than that. This is what we call nervous braking. It's fine. Okay, here we go. God, we're gonna have to reset it again? Or is bailing the engine just enough? Might be just enough. Some situations you might want to pull through it. I don't think I want to pull through right now. We'll go to hold again. We'll squeeze on a little bit on the independent. Just a little bit more than that. Just enough so it tickles the gauge. Now we go for an application. Lap it. Release the independent. Give it a bail. A little more. Goodness. Yeah, this is also how you waste all your main reservoir air away. And that's how you have a runaway train, in case you were wondering, particularly in the Steam era. So thankfully we got a nice, good, meaty cross-compound air compressor on this thing that's really putting the work in, so not struggling too bad. The red gauge is our main res gauge, so. Although if we overcharge it all the time, that is going to make it mad. Okay. Is that switch lined? Yes, it is. A little more air. I don't know what you would historically do on a switchback type railroad when you're coming into a location that is a switchback. Because technically we're running through, but we do have to stop. So, fall into the creek here. And we'll let the caboose roll by, give it a dump, and then give it a shove and see what we can do to get down the rest of the leg here and hand the train over. Keep her working a little bit. Thankfully, this next leg is not quite as harrowing as that one was. That was some pretty engaging air brake operation there. All right, give that a set. It looks like we overcharged it, so we'll just dump it and reset everything. Make sure it's happy again. Double check that we're good up front. Yep, looking cool. All right, and now it's time to go down the other side. We've made it a fair distance here on Ponderosa. Again, this is our middle landing here, and we just ran down from the Sawtooth Landing, which is way up over and tucked in there. So that was a bit of an adventure to get there, and then we just got to get down to Martis Camp now and hand things back to the 818C, which, goodness, yeah. My engineer pucker factor will feel a lot better when I get off these grades. Okay, so let's bring it back. All right, nice and easy. I'm right at the front platform here. I've got a dump valve. Can protect my shove. I want to ride the platform. I mean, I could ride the cupola, though it is no longer facing the direction where I can easily tell what's going on. So I think I'll wheel ride the platform here. Didn't want my caboose. All right, only doing 6 mile an hour. That's not so bad. And let it roll. And the trick here when using a dump valve as a brake, which I cannot advise other than in case of emergency or video games. The interesting trick is getting the cars to do the braking, because this caboose is pretty light, and the engine's still trying to supply air from the main reservoir if you've got the brake valve in run. So we might have to lap the brake valve, but we'll just feather in a little bit. You hear the air come on. So our brake shoes and brake rigging sitting against the wheel. Engine's still showing 70 because it's trying to feed 70 as hard as it can. And we'll just attempt lap the brake valve real quick, and then let it try and recharge, but that'll set up the heavier cars more evenly and the engine for a little bit. So you can see how this could become a pretty coordinated effort here. Normally, as the engineer, you see the brake pipe go zero, you go to lap anyway, and that helps you do what you need to do. Though as we come down the grade, it is getting less and less. Of course, you could always just use handbrakes too. Did we have that handbrake on the whole time? We might have had that handbrake on the whole time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, how about we give it a dump? Just a little quick. We don't want to spaghettify the chaise running gear. Okay, there we go. Coming into the station. Do one more set of lapping it and running it. Do an application from the engine as we get thrown off. It's fine. It's so much train, I'm not used to running it. the engine was still on the grade, and it's a bit of a boat anchor. Now let's go make sure we're not going to go punt the poor 818C. I don't think we're going to, but we should set the caboose out for him. Not that I'm nearly equipped to do that. I'll just plug it. Why not? No, that's fine. Let's tie the air out here. Cut it out on those couple cars. Open the angle cock. This guy's gonna be totally set up though. Unless we recharged it first. Can we reach the bleed? Yeah, he should be okay to kick. Get him out the way. And he should just roll. Okay, perfect. We recharged the air, and that's why the hose is popped anyway. We want to be going the other way. Easy on the running gear. Okay. Caboose is in the hole here. We'll set these lumber cars over, and we'll grab the 818C and get out of here. Let's see, slow application to quick app. All right, give it the release. Bring it back. Yeah, the caboose is gladly just rolling. Let's go make sure our switches are lined up here. And we are lined for... I want to be lined for that so that we can get the 818C back out. And we're lined straight here, which is good. And we'll just try and bring those cars in just nice and easy. So we grab the shake. Goodness. Okay, well, we recharged that, but we don't have the handbrake turned off on the tender. Okay. I'm running 2 trains at once. I'm sure there's not going to be a single problem with that. We didn't have any issues with it earlier, especially not now that with some of the switches aren't lined. It's all right. And we'll just throw the Johnson bar over and get the 818C aimed the other way. Oh, come on, sweetheart. Don't you quarter slip at me. I know I had the throttle open pretty far, but you don't have to be so mean. All right. Got the independent set up on the Shay. We'll tie it there. That's plenty of clearance. And the 818C's wandering over to the turntable. We'll get it spun. And then we'll get it on the train, get the caboose, and then we'll be out of here. Let's tie that. Get that. Okay. Let's break the Shay off real quick. With the air released, maybe. There we go. So that won't be causing us any issues. And the 818C, wha-bam! Look at that. I'll give it a little spin. Yoink. And as it spins around, grab the other pole. And we'll get it lined up. And this is one of the things that we're always thinking about. Turntable interactions, always a goofy thing. So that's still not final, but they do work. So, all right. Got the air released on the 818. Let's go get it on the train. Slip off the turntable and do 5 mile an hour on it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. We're aligned all the way out. We gotta grab that. Poor tired Choo-Choo. You can hear her injectors are mad and they're doing the water suction strangeness. She's got quite the air leak too. Oh well, we'll get her to the shop. She'll get some attention. Maybe some more modernization one of these days. Okay, coming up to the bridge. We'll hop off here. Let's just give it full Johnson bar madness. Make sure that's open. Well, it's 15 mile an hour. That's fine. How about not? Okay, well, that car's toast. What are you doing, sweetheart? It's like, why did it get pulled to the rear for a second there? Is our air all tied in? Air's all tied in. All right. Oh, I know those cars are heavy. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Did I leave a handbrake on? I probably left a handbrake on. You gonna quarter slip for me? Show it off. It's so cool. No, you don't feel it. Well, kind of. Of course, the wheel slip sim is tied in with the steam chest sim, so it does all manner of goofy things when you get to the end of a stroke. So, okay, no brakes there. I mean, these cars are really heavy. But did I have any brakes still tied? That is the question. Did I tie the brake at this end like a good kid? That's what happens when you secure equipment. Is that just still, oh, okay. You gotta break the shay off actually for realsies. There we go. Oh, you poor out of time little thing. Okay. Well, we're gonna get this thing out, grab the caboose, and we're gonna head back to the other parts of the map here. But I want to thank you guys all for watching. I want to thank you for your continued support, and especially to our patrons, your patience these past couple weeks. We were joking for a bit that it was going to be the July 40th devlog, and I think technically it's going to end up being the July 41st or 42nd, depending on, well, I guess 42nd or 43rd, depending on how that math works out. We had a ton of stuff that hopefully you really appreciated. This feels like a big one for us. Being able to move things around, make some money, get cars loaded, unloaded, have a couple different engines in the level, the amount of optimizations and little things like that are the not sexy things to show that we have done to be able to do this stuff and experience it in this beautiful level that's been created. It was a pretty significant amount of work, and we didn't want to leave you guys with something that wasn't totally right. So we definitely appreciate everyone's patience on that front. It was a ton of work to get done, and one of those ones where there were so many little things that were just little goofy things that was, oh, did we set that up? No, we didn't set that up. Okay, well, hang on. Why doesn't that work? And then you're remembering what you did a year ago or 6 months ago, and software is hell, I think. It's the shortest way that I can really put it, but I know that all of us are really, really thrilled with what we've been able to show off today. The new cars, the donkeys, the new locomotive, the new water tanks, all of this hanging around on the level, the updates to Ponderosa to see so much more of it, the new dev track that's in so that you can have the built-in route, of course, track laying and all that still to come, of course. But so much stuff has happened to make this video possible. It feels like a big milestone for us, and we hope that you've enjoyed it, and that all of the madness has been to your liking. Let me get this air tied in and get this thing on the road. Do I have 70 back here? It's always a check. Okay, there we go. I want to continue and think, and wheel slip, and the locomotive being out of time, and all of that stuff, and yeah, I mean, so many little things have gone into this video. You know, we hope you think that it was worth the little extra time in the oven here, and of course, we're going to be working towards getting a video about the customizations and a little bit of the history and that stuff with the Shay coming soon too. As we work through the rest of our development things in this front. So, all right, sweetheart, let's see if you can get going. She's working pretty hard. Can you see it? Oh yeah, she's doing the little dance, little shimmy left and right. That was also a new thing as the engine works, depending on what it's doing and how hard it's trying to pull. They bite in and do the thing, and So much went into all these little things this month. So anyways, guys, we always continue to love and appreciate your guys' support. We're so excited to share more of this stuff, and we hope you've really enjoyed this video. And thank you so much for watching. As always, this will be out the next month, next calendar month on YouTube, so the general public will be seeing it then.
TC.
So I've come to that conclusion.
Time for a speed test. See how fast we can get this thing here. See what I can get to this. Ah, it's the transmission. find a good transmission now. Alright, it's speed test time. Alright, speed test time. 3, 2, 1, go.